Do you think that we'll get to some kind of resolution as far as, you know, because we have to leave something definitive for the next generation. And some of it kind of speaks for itself, but a lot of these questions have been raised that come on, man, you ain't even have to ask that question. It is what it is. We here, we live together. You know what I mean? I make examples about the park. Man, in my neighborhood, we all in the park. Puerto Ricans is in the park, blacks is in the park. We're not disseminating whether the Puerto Ricans is Dominican or they come from Venezuela or none of that shit. Them people over there that speak Spanish and the black people over here. Okay, we all in the park. We in the basketball court. Predominantly black people playing basketball. Puerto Ricans is in the handball court. Predominantly Puerto Rican in the handball court. All right? If some people playing softball in the back. All right? We got our equipment out there. We playing, you know, this and that. Motherfucking Puerto Ricans over there got the congas and the timbales out there over in the corner doing the same motherfucking thing, but in their own culture.
But listen, hold up, because that's one thing that we gloss over. Like, we were in these neighborhoods together, and what people fail to realize is that them congas, that's not another culture. That's Africa.
Oh yeah, that's
you know what I'm
African
saying?
drums,
you know,
period.
I feel like the black Americans weren't in touch with African culture, and I get that.
I agree.
But how ironic is it that the Puerto Ricans that people were making fun of with the congas, that was African culture?
Exactly. At a time when
that's
we
what came from Africa to Puerto Rico.
Like they doing that. That's us too.
Right. It's like
it
all comes back to that.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, indeed.
It does. But if you ask them same Latinos back in the days, they would not agree that those Congos came from Africa.
Nah, that's not true. That's not true, brother.
I think some would. I think some would.
Got songs about it, man.
Because somewhat.
Listen. My first love was a Spanish joint, but a lot of the grandparents and the mothers and fathers of our day, they were prejudiced. They didn't want.
That's a different story.
They didn't want their daughters with no black kids.
No, that's true. And look, OC will tell you, my DJ Ecstasy, my man. He was like, our parents didn't want black people in the house, but now they family. You know what I'm saying?
OC's parents
right.
Didn't want us in there.
Right.
But going back to what we were saying about the congas.
OC parents didn't want us in there?
They didn't want us in the house. Their father didn't want us in the house.
We took that shit over, yo. Let me tell you. And OC Pops is the coolest motherfucker in the world right now.
Yeah. But back then, he hated this color. Trust me, he did not like us at all.
He was from that generation, that older generation. Just like older black people is prejudiced than a motherfucker because they come from the slavery generation.
I want to add on to the conga thing you were talking about, because the first time I actually heard congas, if I can think about it, it wasn't really African. It was Ricky Ricardo on I Love Lucy. You know what I'm saying? Ba-ba-loo, that's when I first heard it, and I was like, wow, I want to play drums.
Those are bongos, but okay.
Yeah, those are bongos.
Bongos or whatever.
Congas, bongos, whatever.
My brother taught me how to beat on the table and make beats, which was basically I used to do it like this, like I'm playing like that. So that just kind of added on to the hip hop factor.
That was our instrument.
Yeah, we used to do that in the lunchroom.
Oh yeah, the lunchroom table.
We all knew how to play Apache on the lunchroom table.
No doubt.
You know too though, in a certain way, Spanish people weren't robbed of their history the way blacks were. Right? Like black people, as far as a connection to Africa, you were robbed of that.
Right.
Right? So you're not going to look at congas or anything that's actually a part of your actual culture. You're not going to know that because you were stripped of it. And because you were stripped, of it,
Good point.
Again, you would be like, oh, you know what, this thing that's happening in another culture, oh, I think that's dope, not knowing where the real reference of it comes from.
Exactly. We've been robbed of so much knowledge of our existence and where we come from. It's hard to make a definitive, you know what I mean, decision or opinion about anything when your opinions are based on knowledge that came from motherfuckers who trying to give you misinformation.
A lot. Yeah.
So right now, we still trying to decipher, these kind of things as older people in the culture. But I think a lot of us have enough age behind us by now, okay, to be able to really look at this culture, you know what I mean, from an adult point of view, and remember us being kids in the culture, you know what I mean, assimilate all the things that have happened from now since then and come up with some kind of comprehensive view or viewpoint about what it is. You know what I mean? I think most people are just trying to put forward their own personal agendas when hip-hop is the agenda.
Right.
All right? And the 50th anniversary of hip-hop came around, or last year, year before, whatever, and everybody and their grandmother was coming out the fucking woodwork. Oh, I'm so-and-so, I did this, and such, I want to be, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to be acknowledged. Especially if you put blood, sweat, and tears, into this culture the way a lot of us did. But I think a lot of people was reaching, like that toothbrush, reaching. Niggas was reaching like toothbrushes out here, trying to get some acknowledgement for something that they were just there to see, and not really made a movement or influenced anything. And I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at them for that, because what I say is, if hip-hop didn't have an audience, if it wasn't no crowd, if it wasn't nobody there when we brought our equipment outside, we wouldn't be shit. If nobody talked about us, if nobody hung our flyers up on their wall, if nobody, you know what I mean, we'd be like Earl. Earl playing by himself, man. Earl playing by himself. You know what I'm saying?
Can I reference something? I guess
sure you can.
That thing that we got online with you hate Spanish people, right?
Oh yeah, that.
What I guess I enjoyed about that is hatred, man. Like you the first friend that I think I've ever had that had haters. Right? Like that.
Really?
I'm gonna tell you, I think that's a great thing. I got people who don't like me, but they're not haters. They're not following my life to then come behind me and say they don't like something I did. Right? Like this person is really dedicating time of his existence to following what you do. Right. And then to be able to say, nah. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
that's a great thing.
Me being, who I am right now, I have to be a devil's advocate, you know what I mean, and give them the benefit of the doubt. You may have misunderstood, my take on what was said, or misunderstood my position as far as Boricuas in hip-hop, but like I said, I'm a living testament to the culture and as to the inclusion of Boricuas in hip-hop, you know what I mean?
I disagree.
No, you can't disagree with that. I said I am a living testament to the inclusion of Boricuas in hip-hop, because I'm one of the first people in hip-hop that had Puerto Ricans down with me, you know what I mean? I've waved the flag, I've been at the parades, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not one of them people that's like, oh yeah, I'm for Puerto Ricans, I have 3 Puerto Rican friends. No, fuck that, nigga. You know what I mean? You can see pictures of me. You can see my history, my discography, everything. You know what I mean? So as far as anybody coming at me like that, you are way misinformed.
So that's
way misinformed. That's why I brought my brother here today, okay? TMP, because there's some people who's taking inflammatory kind of opposition or views to this particular thing. I respected how you came at it, and I respect the fact that you have something real to say about it.